Hey everybody, we're gonna be on the struggle bus tonight, boy, because man, that 3 a.m. last night, that was tough, man. Just got here to the shop, just walked out here, grab some mail out the mailbox. Gonna be on the struggle bus tonight, but we're gonna try to get this thing knocked out and try to get this mess done, or at least get it back in primer. That's what sucks about doing this level of stuff, is that not only do you got to prime it once, but then you pretty much got to prime this mess twice. Actually, better leave this on a lot because I got everybody in the world that I know that knows I'm doing this job, and a lot of people want to stop by. I don't know if Randy's coming today or not. Caught me off guard a minute, man. I walked in and I hear something running, right? And nobody's supposed to be here. I hadn't talked to anybody. Man, look at this. So this is how much I was in a hurry last night. I didn't even close the body filler, my guys. Goodness gracious, son. It's like your brain being shot. Anyways, I'm all over the place right now. Bear with me. Yeah, so that's one of my employees' side hustle. So he's obviously coming here earlier today, and it looks like he has pressure washed out the van that he's buying and gonna sell, and has got the fan blowing through it, air drying. So if you follow the channel, you know we do salvage work, and we buy and sell. And if you work for me, I actually let you buy under my dealer account, and no cost to you. You just have to pay for your cars. And I let you flip your own cars, basically bonus. So I mean, you can make really good money. I'm not to disclose, you know, what we make on average, but you can make really good money selling cars. So that's one of the advantages of working for me. Is I'm not greedy, man. I'm in this to win this, and anybody that's in this with me, I'm in it for you to win it also. Like, I want you to win also. So I don't cut people out. I try to take care of my guys the best I can. We're a small shop, so I can't give them like huge benefits, but yeah, so let's see what we're working with. All right, so this is where we left off last night. It is now Saturday afternoon. So I left out of here about 3 o'clock, and I did have somebody just comment on the video that actually I can't respond to you. So if you're the one that commented about the quarter windows, for some reason the comment disappeared. It looked like you were saying, why didn't I just take the quarter windows out? It's just a couple bolts. Quarter windows are pulled out. They were taped up to protect it from dust. So anyway, this is where we left off. So I left out of here about 3 a.m. last night. I was exhausted, beat. Dude, by 10 o'clock last night, I already knew that this was going to be a rough night. But here's how I work. I get in my zone and I just bust tail, man. Once I get flowing, like, I got to get flowing. So if you look back at the second video I think I did, I talked to y'all about how to get motivated and get started on the project. I was feeling it last night, but there was nothing easy to do last night. Like, everything was going to be extremely complicated and not easy. So yeah, I just tore into it last night, and what I do is when I start tearing into something, I actually pace myself and walk extremely fast, like fast walker back and forth to tools and stuff. And I literally like jump up and down on the frame rack, like not like a retard, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I jump up on top of it and then jump down. I've worked very fast, basically like if you're starting to jog before a marathon or something, I guess. So, yeah, I just started rocking and rolling last night and got in my zone, and I really busted some tail last night, like got some stuff done. But I was on the struggle bus also last night at like 10 o'clock because I worked a full week just like everybody else, you know, but then I still keep on going. So left out of here at 3 o'clock, got home, showered, jumped in bed, tried to go to sleep. I can never fall asleep right away because I've got 100 different things on my mind, especially being a business owner. And then woke up this morning a little after 7:30. The baby normally gets up at 7, and I hate the wife has her a lot during the week, so I hate the wife having her on the weekends also. So I try to go ahead and get up, but I was just in a lot of, not pain, but I was feeling it. You know what I'm talking about. And so I was half awake, and I decided to go ahead and jump on editing that video. Went and edited the video down, laying in bed at like 8 o'clock this morning, and then by the time the wife walked in the bedroom, it was 9-ish or something, and I was just wrapping up editing the video so I could get it out to y'all before I even got up this morning. So I got 4 hours of sleep last night, woke up, and started editing the video for y'all to pound it out. Getting back out here this afternoon. It's about 6 right now. And my goal is I hope to be out of here by midnight. I hope to finish up this body work and get this thing back in primer. So basically, if you watch my first videos, the first time that we primed this car, it was just for me to get something to work on top of. And now that I had something to work on top of, we come through here and fix all this stuff last night. So now basically what I've got to do tonight is I've just got to fine tune these quarters, man. So I need to block some of these up top, and I need to just double check all this. I'm probably just gonna go ahead and block from like here down tonight, and then I'm gonna reprime these 2 quarters tonight. That's all I want to do for tonight. If I can just get these 2 quarters reprimed, and I'll be set and beautiful, and then that puts me for Saturday. And if I can get them done in time and it's not too late, we're gonna get the wheels back on this thing and get this thing off of the frame rack tonight. But the goal at least is to get the 2 quarters primed. That way Sunday, all I have to do, hopefully, well, not all I have to do, I have a whole freaking day on Sunday. But on Sunday, we'll come in and block the whole entire car, roof, quarters, cell panels, all that stuff. Block all the new primer, and then wash it, Scotch-Brite all of the door jambs and everything. So the car will be painted from here out, of course. So all of this will actually get Scotch-Brite, just a scuff pad like I've showed in my other videos. No sandpaper up in here. All of this I'll talk to Randy about. I've got to weld all this back together tonight too. All of this I'm sure I can we might paint, but I'll probably talk to him about just bombing this with some satin black trim paint, because I don't see no need in it. I mean, I'm thinking since this is already like decently gloss, I'm thinking we like cut a line through here like this and just bomb that way out, or even through this one, and then do these ends in satin black trim paint, because you can obviously see around the license plate a little bit. So we'll leave the center gloss for sure, but I'm thinking we'll just rattle can this stuff out, and then we'll be Scotch-Brighting from here. We need to blow the interior out, get it all dusted and blow it out really good, because we got boxes and trash all inside here. Last night we also did, I didn't film it, but we worked out a buckle in the floor right here. So this quarter panel was roughly into about here, like it was decent, and it was buckled up pretty nasty right there. So we actually got in there and made a pull on it last night, which I didn't even film it. So we come in here, drilled us a hole, put a flat plate on the backside, and pulled the tub out. The tub had got hit. But yeah, so we got to come through here with Scotch-Brite tomorrow, and what you'll see us do is go from here out and Scotch-Brite all this down, from here out, so we don't have to do sanding. And then I'm pretty sure he'll probably let me leave the hinges on the car. When everything is set, I hate taking this stuff off and adjusting it. So what we can do is just tape this up, or if he absolutely wants to take it off, then that's fine. That's his business. I can probably just put a Sharpie and a circle around the bolts, but he actually has not got me the door to test fit yet either, so hopefully he shows up tonight with that door, so we can get this thing off the rack and test fit this front end too. So I still got a lot to do, and I don't know how we're gonna make this happen, but I'm gonna bust my tail to try to make it happen. I'm selling my soul. I'm basically trying to knock this thing out so that my Christmas break I can work on my own car and get y'all some videos on the Comet, because I have a lot to do. I picked up some metal the other day for my car. I have a lot that I want to do. We got to take the whole suspension out of this car. We'll get it off the frame rack, put it in the booth, take the whole suspension out of it, and paint it, and then put the suspension back in it, roll it out, and then this thing is ready to go to wiring and all that. And then after my Christmas break, which is about January 3rd, let my guys and we take about 2 weeks off. So we're gonna be off like the 23rd, I think, all the way till the 3rd. So that's my only vacation. I do not take vacations at all, pretty much. I bust my tail year round, so I enjoy Christmas, and I try to take off and hang out around the house, get in really in the Christmas spirit, watch a lot of Christmas movies, and work on my car in the garage. So my garage is really nice at the house. If you haven't seen the videos, check it out. Like, it's nice for a single car garage, double car garage, I guess you can get. It's not like something big, high, and fancy, but you can work on it in socks out there. So I enjoy that time. It's relaxing, and my goal is to have this roller done so I don't hold nobody up. That way it can go to wiring, and then after my Christmas break, I can finish out the doors and the front end and the hood, deck lid, all that stuff, as long as we've already test fit everything. But even if we haven't test fit everything, it's not a big deal. We can tape up all the edges, you know, and test fit. Look, the goal for this weekend is this freaking body and have it as a roller by Sunday night before I go to sleep. So let's get at it. I know I was rambling a lot, but I'm going to go ahead and warn you that tonight I wanted to just kind of talk to y'all for a minute and do, you know, I've done a couple walk around in the car so you can just kind of check the car out while I'm talking. Tonight's there's not going to be a lot to film probably. A lot of sanding and stuff like that. It's not going to be interesting. There's not going to be a lot to go over and film, and so it's, you know, this is probably going to be a decent chunk of the video, but I will shoot what I can, try to make it interesting for y'all and keep you up to date of where we're at. All right, so I forgot to buy guide coat. So here's a little tip for anybody that don't have guide coat. If you know, I went over in my other videos what guide coat is, so go back and look at that. It's basically so you can help see what you're saying, and basically this is all guide coat, so you can see what's going on. So we just gonna bust out some old, dude, this is like 3 years old stuff we got, so you can use whatever you want. All you're trying to do is just get, if it will work, I need something for tonight. It was working, there we go. So all you're trying to do is just, it's like I'm having it sprayed upside down, is just get you something on there so you can see what you're doing. And do this mess light, like don't be pounding it on. Yeah, that's all guide coat is. It's just something so you can see what you're working on. So we're gonna use some camouflage tonight, boys. And this is just regular rattle can, but you gotta do a thin coat. You cannot be doing this mess thick, or you basically sand and spray paint off. So that's all you want. It's like that. Maybe a little bit more right there. So you see how you got dots everywhere? That's all you want. And now you'll be able to see where the dots are when you start sanding. So you'll be able to see in the camera as all this, especially this up here, as it starts to come off and look like that. But all that's reference for me. All right, so what we're going to use on this one is I made myself a combination of a hard block. It has no play, perfect for really flat areas that are truly supposed to be flat. And then I took a soft block and put some 80 grit on it. I am going to block out 80. This will help me shape stuff. It's a little harder to bend in this direction, but it'll bend like that in that direction. So if you needed to roll it up to get a curve, you know, if we wanted to get in here like this or something, you can roll it up and it has a little more play. But them are the two things we're going to be using, so let's get at it. All right, boy, I don't know if y'all are excited as me, but man, I'm stoked to get another pass of primer on these quarter panels, man. You don't understand it unless you're a painter, man. After all that work, or a body guy painter, whatever, after all that work, put one coat of primer on it, good thick one, or actually sanded everything down if you look back, then we put one good thick coat of primer on it, and then we dolphin glazed some areas tonight and filled in some pinholes, tightened up our body lines again around the wheel wells. I feel about 75-90% confident about my body line right there. Randy said that he thinks it's good. Randy does have a body work experience background, so we're not looking for perfection out of this. We're just looking for a good, I'm gonna say a 9 out of 10. So, or maybe even an 8 out of 10. So I get this wet primer on it, I'll be able to kind of get an idea of what it looks like. But just go ahead and let y'all know, drop you a little piece of info. If all goes smooth, it's really looking like we're gonna put paint on this thing tomorrow. So let's get some primer laid on this. Let's see here, I think I'm at the 10:30 hour. 10:37 to be exact is what I am. So it's 10:37 right now, we're on 10:40. So I think I'm gonna be out of here by 11 o'clock, which is amazing because I wanted to be out of here by 12. I was gonna do some welding on the back. I need to weld them 2 little pieces on there. But man, I think I'm gonna just roll for a night, get a shower and be in bed by 12 o'clock once I get this primered, and then jump on it tomorrow. We're gonna have 3 people here tomorrow, possibly a couple more if some of my friends wanna come in. So we'll have a couple hands in the pot to scuff everything down, block all the primer out, and get it all taped back up and dried out for paint tomorrow. So tomorrow should be pretty exciting. But let me get this primer shot, and then I think I'm gonna get out of here for the night. I got some dominoes at the house. So remember, for your primer, oh, we actually gotta change it out. That sucks. Not exactly what I wanted to do tonight. I'll go to the office up front and grab the new can. For your primer, remember it's mixed 4-to-1. We're gonna reduce it, so that's gonna be your third one. So mine's gonna be mixed 4-to-1-to-1. I am gonna throw a little bit of accelerator in it to help it speed up the drying process overnight, just to help it make sure it's really kicked back good for tomorrow. Normally it's ideal to shoot primer and let it sit. I mean, it's not necessary. It's not like we're doing some numbers matching SS Chevelle, as Randy says. So this is, you can get this at your local paint supplier. It goes right on your primer or your paint or whatever you're using. And then you can take your drill, and then that spins the inside, and you can mix it up like that. Keep the battery. Let's mix it up. Get you mixed up nice and decent and quickly like. And we're just gonna mix 4-to-1. We are gonna mix this heavy because I want tons of primer to block on tomorrow. I don't want no lack of primer, so I'm gonna put some coats on this bad boy tonight. So I'm gonna go ahead with a 6. You got your primer hardener. If you notice, that's the primer gun that I was telling you about in another video, the cheap eBay knockoff. It's a fake devil disc, basically. Instead of using my clear gun, I'm just going to roll with that because I don't need it really smooth, because we're looking for some buildup to actually block on tomorrow to make sure everything's nice and crisp and straight for the final cut. So I'm not looking, you know, to lay it out smooth as glass, being that I know we're going to be blocking on it. We might even knock it down with 180 and then 320. Or it might just go 320 and then wet sand. I really don't know what Randy's going to want to do yet. He has, like I said, body shop experience, so I don't mind letting him kind of make the call on that. If it was my car, and when I did my car, I'm pretty sure I did 320, and then when I scotch sprayed everything, I think I quickly knocked it down with some 1,000 also, just because, no real reason. It's not like I have a preference. Normally I just 320 straight to paint. Especially on a job like this, it's not like it's gonna show too much. Mix that up. Dump her in the gun, and we're about to go make some magic happen. Exciting stuff. So I pounded down all of that. 6 hit I hit first, which means I started right here on the 4 to 1 to 1 column, and then went there, and then I went up there. So that's what I had first. This time I mixed a 5. Where's it at? A 5 hit. So started there, then hardener, and then 4 hit. I did a 4 hit. Start there with primer, hardener, reducer, and I went a little heavy, plus 2 caps of accelerator. So actually that's going to be a 6. 10 hit on that, so that would be roughly somewhere up in here if the cut filled it up. So there's a lot of primer I'm laying on the quarters. I do not want us to have any problems hopefully cutting through tomorrow, and I want to have a lot of product on the quarter for us to block off and fill in any sanding scratches or anything like that. So let's get this third coat. It'll be, because that was 1, 2, this is gonna be the third coat. I believe this should be 1 coat per side. All right, so there she is. Went ahead and sprayed some guide coat. It's just an old scrap paint that I had real fast, because like I said earlier, I ran out. I'll probably actually hit the Advance in the morning, Advance Auto Parts, and get the cheapest black I can. You want to get cheap spray paint so that it's more watery. You don't want thick spray paint. You want it cheap and watery if you're going to use it as a guide coat. But like I said, if the paint store's open, you can actually get legit guide coat. But I bet you Advance or O'Reilly's, which is a tune near me, are probably not gonna have guide coat. I might get lucky and he might have it. But I'm happy with it. So I mean, we got the body lines back that we wanted. I've got a couple concerns that I'm gonna try to deal with tomorrow while we're blocking. But I rate this a good 7 out of 10. So I think it will block to an 8 out of 10, if not a 9 out of 10. Because I think there's enough primer on it. So that was 3 coats per side. So I went really heavy on it. Surprisingly, did not run anything tonight. But I mean, you can see in the reflection, you know, that it's not bad. Not bad at all. You can see the body lines back. You know, and like I said, I believe it will block out to a good 8 out of 10, if not a 9 out of 10. You know, by the time you put clear on it. There probably will be some shrinkage issues on the clear, since we are doing this so fast and not letting it sit for like a week, but nothing that won't cut and buff out later. So any shrinkage that you get in the clear and any little like zigzag circles where stuff shrunk back around body filler stuff, we're gonna put like 4 coats of clear on it, so when you go to wet sand and buff your clear, it'll come right out. I went ahead and pounded it on pretty thick in here with some primer just to help fill in some of the flakes. I wasn't caring about run or nothing. I'll probably hit this with a little Scotch-Brite or a little bit of like 80 or 180 in the morning, and then, you know, hit some black spray paint up in there. But I just wanted to, I don't know, put a little bit something on it. Might hit it with some bed liner because it's pretty crusty. But I don't want to have to mask the outside off really, so who knows. All of this stuff gets covered up, remember, with moldings go all here, and we've got some imperfections along the edge right here, but there's enough primer on it where it will get all blocked out. So I'm happy with it for what it is, and y'all seen how it started. Body lines look straight down it. You know, I don't think we could ask for much more, man. So there's your Saturday night update. It is 11:12. I think some people are more obsessed with the time and hours that I'm working than anything, so I do put in a lot of freaking hours, but it's 11:15, so I'm gonna be pulling out of the parking lot by 11:20ish, and should be home and grab that Domino's that I'm talking about, shower, be in bed by 12 o'clock, man. That's like getting off work early. That's a good night. So I'm happy. That'll give me some time to rest up. I should be able to get in like 7 hours of sleep and get some rest and be ready to rock and roll for tomorrow. So I think we're gonna put color on it. So make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, turn on them notification, hit that notification button, because if you don't want to miss the color reveal and what color Randy's painting this car, then you need to get notified. So this is going to be, the color video should be a pretty interesting video. It might be long. I'm going to go ahead and warn you, the next one might be long. I will time lapse a lot of the prep. It's going to be a lot of scuffing, a lot of prep. We got to take the suspension out of the car. There's going to be a lot of stuff, so that video might get a little longer, but I'm going to show y'all everything, unless I decide to keep you hanging and split it in 2 parts, which would be the prep and then actual paint. But we'll just see how long film I end up getting. So like, comment, subscribe, share. Thank y'all for the support. You rock. Let's keep growing this thing, and I'll keep showing y'all everything we do. I'm out.